one thing I have to ask is who's going to be in the future the next competitor to be in the storyline with Bray Wyatt. That's the next question. I also compare Taker or Bray to Taker because Undertaker. There's a lot. There were hard times. There were issues of trying to find the right opponent.
Right.
Obviously they've. He had a lot of opponents, but it didn't always look good. It's now it's kind of like, but different times, different character, different person. You have to figure who they're going to match up with Bray Wyatt next for Fiend.
In a fantasy booking sense, when Bobby Lashley doesn't have the title anymore, I would definitely like to see him in a Firefly Funhouse. Especially if they can bring up his history. The fact that he was involved in that WrestleMania with Donald Trump, the Hurt Business, and everything else. I think that could be a very, very good feud, but I don't want him to have the title because I don't think the Fiend needs the title.
No,
Fiend applies kind of like you said, applies with the Taker. He doesn't need the title.
No, it was good. He didn't. Taker didn't win the title that much till later on in his career. I mean, he had a few title runs early on, like first 10 years. He had 3 title runs, I believe. Could have been, 3 title runs. I might have been 4 actually, but it wasn't that often, and his title runs weren't that long.
Right.
First one lasted 2 days actually.
Right.
Anyways, just more or less his character is big enough, and it's like I've heard. I entertained myself last night a little bit. Looked at Twitter to hear a lot of our between our listeners and the viewers of WrestleMania in general. There's a lot of theories, a lot of it was just entertaining just to get the idea. Some of them were just absolutely crazy, but there's a lot of thoughts that went into it. But it's some people think that Alexa Bliss betrayed the Fiend, or maybe just because Sister Abigail came out, or controlled, whatever. It's just I'm interested, obviously, but I'm also interested who's going to feud with next in time. So definitely gonna find out soon. But I wasn't a big fan of Orton taking a win, but different parts of it, little parts of it. I guess it's somewhat understandable, but I didn't like it because if it's going to end that way, now he can get his payback on him too because he burned him alive to death, whatever. So I just a lot of different mixed feelings about it. How about that?
Yeah, I want to see where this goes from here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I just don't know what they're going to do from this point forward, and I'm not sure how they're going to move it up and move it on. After that one, we had the winners from the tag team turmoil match. Natalya and Tamina take on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the women's tag team titles.
Right.
This one was it was kind of shocked. Huh?
I was just trying to figure out the brand of the titles for a second.
I don't think they're tied to any brand. I think the tag teams jump between brands, if I remember correctly.
Well, the SmackDown, don't you? Yeah, the SmackDown tag titles are all tag. Oh, for the women's. That's right. Women's don't. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. My bad. Excuse me. Anyway, it's more importantly.
I'm pretty sure the tag team turmoil was mixed between brands.
Yeah, but it was a good match. However, I won't be straight up and honest with you. I am extremely disappointed with the outcome. It should have been booked for them to drop the titles. Definitely.
I agree, but to different people. When I saw Natalya and Tamina, I didn't think they're going to take the titles. If it was the Riot Squad, I would think that they probably would take the titles.
I understand that that'd be good for them to have the titles too. You got 2 second-generation superstars that have had a long career. And it's like, to cement even more of the career, what better way would be to win it at WrestleMania? You got Shayna and Nia Jax still time to go, but I just in their careers, I just felt like it would have been right and better if Natalya and Tamina would have 21 titles. Honestly, I just felt I was really disappointed in the outcome. I really was. They should have walked out with titles. Maybe that's how I felt about it. Very very disappointed in it. With the outcome, but we'll see what unfolds. You never know; they might get a rematch on this week.
Right. I think we're going to see a lot of rematches from WrestleMania, not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, that's usually how it happens, too.
And, of course, we then had Owens versus Zayn, which that was a really enjoyable match.
Yeah, it really was.
Zayn even brought out the Brainbuster.
Yeah.
Match. And it looked like Owens was going to go for the package pile driver.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It was. They pulled out the stops in this match. Definitely did. It was one to talk about, and obviously it just gets better with the emotional investment in a match when you know and they can sell so well. They have a long personal history with each other, so it makes it even more entertaining. And you got two guys that know each other so well, not just outside the ring but inside the ring. So yeah, it just made such a well job sell.
I want to see Owens carry the top title again.
Oh, by far.
I'm a huge Owens fan. I think he's shown that he can do a lot with next to nothing, which, this booking towards WrestleMania was almost next to nothing for him. And this kind of, again, bias from watching the Broken Skull sessions, it's just watching what he did with Jericho even. It was just, the guy was really good. They showed a clip. I don't remember if Jericho was from a live event or not, but Jericho says, or Owen says, "You're the GOAT," and Jericho goes, "You're the donkey." He goes, "Yeah, whatever, I don't care, Canada." And it's like, yeah, that dude can work with almost anything you give him.
Oh yeah.
If you give him like crap, he'll turn into gold. So
absolutely, he has such a way with how he can take his in-ring work, take his story.
He's believable too.
Oh my god, why I'm surprised he's not bigger. That's why he's not in his level where he's at. I just feel like he's at the wrong level. He needs to be up on that card a little bit more. Take it a little more serious. I just don't. We've been saying that for a while now.
I actually would like to see Zayn as an Intercontinental Champion too.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool too. I mean, honestly, if they don't have Edge or Daniel Bryan right now, probably more of a spot as one of the Edge. If they don't take the title off Reigns, I say give KO another rematch. Even though I don't see it happening, but
yeah.
I just would like to see KO end that long reign, being champion. But so I'm not
Speaking
sure
of reign, that came to an end. Sheamus took the title off of Riddle. I did not see that coming.
Me neither. I really didn't. I know that I've been hearing all this. Well, Riddle wasn't planning to be our champion anyways, but he made a good champion. I didn't see Sheamus win that title. I really did not.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
What I would like to see Sheamus do, and I don't see this coming, but I think for entertainment purposes, it would kind of work. Do you remember when Lance Storm in WCW had all 10 titles and he renamed them? Do you remember that?
Yeah, especially the U.S. title, renamed Canadian title, yeah.
And the hardcore title was the Saskatchewan title, and then the cruiserweight was 100 kilos or under title, that kind of thing. I would like to see Sheamus rename the United States title for something related to Ireland or the Europe, and I think it would be funny and entertaining to do it that way.
I can't back you up on that one, but I can understand.
If he was a heel, it works completely. I
get the heel heat on that one. I'm just not really. I can't get behind that one, but I understand it's just the heel heat.
Gotta push the envelope.
Different ways you can do that, but you see how bad Riddle got his teeth knocked out, but he got busted open by his mouth. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I wonder how bad he was like, man, that hurt. But it was a good match.
It was pretty good, and again, I was just shocked to see Sheamus win it. Like,
Yeah,
not prepared for that. I thought they were going to keep it on Riddle for a while.
I really thought that same thing too. I really did, but they.
See, my guess of who was going to take it off of him was Keith Lee.
That would have been, been a good thought. I don't know where Keith Lee is for doing that too. Yeah, they've been hearing different things about what's been going on with Keith Lee, but it'd been a good idea to bring him back soon.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
did you understand what this match was? The Nigerian drum match between Apollo Crews and Big E? Because I didn't understand it.
All right. Well, as far as what they do in Nigeria with this kind of stuff, I have no clue. I didn't look up the history on it. I didn't do all that. But basically, when I had heard about the match, I'm like, okay, what is this all about? And basically, it's basically no DQ with these drums from Nigeria. That's you can use as weapons. That's pretty much all it was. I guess you can beat them up so bad it's like a sound of a drum, according to I think Michael Cole said that. But it is basically was a street fight and with these drums, pretty much.
Yeah, it was just one of those where I just see them using kendo sticks and whatnot. I'm like, okay, I get you. You want to do a hardcore match, but I don't understand where the drums have to do with this. And this was another shocking one. Cruz won it. Like I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for Big E because I think Big E's moving up to the next level with their titles. I think that's why he lost. But at the same time, it was like, really? Apollo beat Big E? Huh. All right.
I mean, he did it in a clean way, but I mean, that's a good guy on heel heat. I mean, I don't think that Cruz beating Big E clean would have been very good for Big E anyway.
No, it wouldn't have been.
But yeah, it was good to see Cruz do it. I hope this one brings Big E up the ladder, which I think it will. And maybe this is the start of the climb for Big E to win the title sooner than later. Maybe he's the one to end Reigns' title reign sometime soon. I don't know how soon, but maybe SummerSlam, or maybe sooner than that, hopefully. But we'll see. But yeah, I think this went over real well. Help me out with this other guy's name.
The guy that showed up?
Yeah.
So this is the kicker. What I was going to point out is they're acting like they've never seen this guy before.
Yeah, I know.
That was Dabba-Kato from Raw Underground.
And wasn't he also one of the characters in Retribution too? Wasn't that wasn't him? Okay.
No,
I thought that was Tim, but I guess not. Who's that other guy with the long black hair, black guy?
1 second, I'll pull it up. I know who you're talking about.
I thought that was actually him under the mask, but it's what people had talked about. Some people talked about.
No. It looks straight up like Dabba-Kato.
I know Dabba-Kato looks bigger too, so I guess that would be a bad thought. But yeah, it's interesting. They did that like they never seen before. And like, really, you're gonna sell like that? But they're trying to make it look like you some guy just out of the blue.
The guy that was he was Dio Madden in NXT. That was under Retribution. Which Dio Madden was a football player. He didn't look like Dabba-Kato. Dabba-Kato, I don't know where he's supposed to be from, but he oh, that makes sense. I happen to give you guys an idea. I happen to pull him up, and the first thing I see is he was part of Nigerian player of the Nigerian extraction, Polish professional wrestler and former football player for the Nigerian extraction. So that's how they're gonna tie him into working with Apollo Crews. He has that tie to Nigeria,
which makes perfect sense. So
yeah,
yeah, it was it's a good move. So I was surprised a little bit, but
yeah,
it's good. I think it's good all the way around. So and hopefully this is the launch to Big E climbing more up the top to get that title. So Universal title.
And the timing works because in the main event, it definitely showed like Roman Reigns is not he can be defeated based on how that match went. So they're setting it up